Buddy, thanks so much. Joining me now is the man of the hour, Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich, who has decided to vote yes on the health care reform bill. Congressman, a lot of people want to know what flipped you. Was it the conversation you had with President Obama? What was it?
It was a number of things, Ed, that when I made every effort I could to try to get a public option in the bill to try to protect the rights of states to pursue single payer, and I found out there was no room for that. It was not going to happen. Then I was left with a decision. The decision was, do I vote and kill the bill, or do I vote, move it forward, and enlarge the space so we can have a discussion and action on a more comprehensive health care approach? And in the end, I decided to take the road that I hadn't traveled before, and I think that it was the right thing to do.
Are you the deciding vote, Congressman? What do you think?
Well, to talk to people a couple of days ago, you would get that idea, and I had to approach it as though I was the deciding vote, and I had to think about the effect on the nation, and also that we can keep the conversation going. I couldn't get what I tried to get. I tried to get something in the bill since last year, and that is to find a public option, to find a way for the states to go forward. After this vote, Ed, I'm going to go right back to helping states on the single-payer issue and all the other issues of health care reform that have not been touched by this bill.
What did the president say to you? What did he say, that his presidency was on the line, and if this doesn't go through, that they're just going to have all kinds of problems getting anything else done? Did he say that?
Well, I think that you could characterize it that way. The conversations, and it wasn't just one that I had with the president, had to do with what's at risk for the nation here.
What do you
certainly, if we and you know what John Nichols said a moment ago, he's absolutely right. This is a young presidency. If you cripple it, it's going. He's going to have trouble being able to serve the country on the broad issues of the economy, employment, helping people stay in their homes. Health care is one of those issues. So, there's a lot on the line here, and in the end, when I saw I couldn't get what I wanted in the bill, I had to look at the bill as it is, not as I wanted it to be, and say, look, I did everything I could to change it. I couldn't change it. Let's try to move this bill, enlarge the discussion on health care once it passes.
Congressman, you have been viewed by many liberals across this country, many progressives, as somebody who just never sells out. And that word is being tossed around on Progressive Talk Radio right now and emailed all over the country, and some blogs, for instance, Fire Dog Lake, pointed to a statement that you had signed that you would not endorse a bill unless it had a public option, and you have explained your position on that. But has there been any liberal backlash or progressive backlash? Do you think you've lost any kind of following at all from those folks because you made a move to vote yes on this?
I don't look at this based on left or right. I look at it what's wrong and what's right. And I think that the thing to do is to look at the bigger picture, that no one has fought longer and harder than I have on these health care issues. I brought the issue of national health care into 2 presidential campaigns. I fought for it in platform committees. I was a co-author, am the co-author of H.R. 676. I worked to try to get a public option in the bill. I signed a pledge along with 77 other members of Congress saying that if it's not in the bill, I'm not going to vote for it. I was one of the only ones who kept that pledge. Listen, Ed, people know where I stand, but I have to make a mature judgment, excuse me, about where we're at this moment. And if I take this car called single payer and I drive it over a cliff, there's no satisfaction in that if it kills health care discussions in this country for quite a few years to come.
And finally, Dennis, how would you consider, or how would you describe those who haven't decided yet? What's the holdup? Who are they, in your opinion? What crowd?
Well, it's not a crowd. Look, members of Congress have had trouble with this bill. I don't retract any criticism I've made of the bill. As I said yesterday, I incorporate them into my statements. People know that they're going to get it either way, no matter how they vote. We got to look at the bigger picture, and that's what I'm sharing with my colleagues. That's why I decided in the end to vote for the bill, not because of the way the bill is, but because we create an opening here to address a more comprehensive approach towards health care. Absent this bill, if this bill doesn't pass, we will not have that opportunity for the foreseeable future. So I'm hoping to be part of the discussion to help the states move towards single payer. But first, we've got to get this bill out of the way. This bill is like a bottleneck, and the Obama presidency is on the line, and there's a lot on the line for all Americans. we get this bill, move past it, enlarge the discussion about health care, address jobs and education, and making sure that we can move our economy forward, keep people in their homes. These are the kinds of things that we spent a lot of time that have been ignored well, the whole town is consumed and the whole country is consumed about this health care debate.
No doubt.
Let's do something.
Congressman, great to have you with us tonight. A very courageous move on your part. I commend you. I appreciate it very much. Coming up, House Majority Leader